Hey guys, it's Clay on the trail. Just had a few weeks to, I guess, get some work done is the truth. Finish up jobs for winter time. My work is seasonal, so I get winters off. But had just a beautiful week. It's supposed to be in the high 60s, 70s this week. Lows will be, well, at home they're in the 40s. Up here they're going to be in the 30s. But I'm here with my son Dustin and Ian, Bilbo Baggins, and Josh, which I don't think has ever been on one of my videos before, but he did the high route with my son this year in the Wind Rivers. And we've decided to take advantage of the good weather. So we are off trail right now, which shouldn't surprise anybody. At the Pass Lake trailhead, we're headed up to the Cuberant Lakes. And rather than drop down in the meadow and then climb back up the hill, we're just going to cut straight across. I haven't been to elevation for a while though, and it's showing. Anyway, we'll see if we can hit our trail junction and go catch us some fish. All right, so we crossed the trail to the Lofty Lake Loop, and we're on the Cuberant Lake Loop. Up above a pond, there is Bald Mountain and Reed's Peak. Anyway, we're making our way. We're getting up high enough. We're going to end up going right up here eventually. Okay, so we have climbed up into the Cuberant Basin, and we've turned left. Last time I day hiked up here, I won't say it was Bigfoot, but I heard something I can't explain. I'm not a big Bigfoot guy, but whatever, to each your own. It seemed like there were some nice campsites around the top lake, the big lake. That's just further up. And I just day hiked everything, and when I came around this bottom loop, there's two lakes down here, and it seems like this is where everybody was. So I don't remember the campsite situation, but we're taking our chances here. And we will hopefully find something nice, because we each have our own tent, so there's like we need 4 tent spots. But we'll see what we find and see if the fish are still active. They should be, unless the lakes are frozen. They'll be trying to get the last meal before winter. So I have had a couple of new additions to my gear this year that I've used a whole bunch, but haven't really talked about. This is brand new. This is the Nemo Tensor Extreme condition. They just came out that it's like an 8.4, 8.5, something like that, R value. It's going to get, you know, teens tonight, so I'll take that. I've always used the Outdoor Vitals bag. It's the Airy, but I've always like stuffed a mummy bag or something inside of it, so I just broke down and bought the Airy in a 0 degree, which I really like for winter camping. I can use 1 bag instead of 2 or 3. I bought one of their hoods. This is a square bag. It's ultra light and really warm. You can move around and roll around in it, and I don't get tied up in a knot like I do in a mummy bag. But it doesn't have a hood, so I bought the hood for it, and the Dustin X-Mid 2 that I stayed in. I didn't stay in it in this spring. I was thinking I did this spring when I was in southern Utah, but that was my Outdoor Vitals version of it. This one I got in time for our Yellowstone trip, so I've had a week and a few days on my Wind River trip. So got a week, 2 weeks worth of stays in it. I love this tent for one person. Since they've come out with a 2.5 person tent, which is really a 2-person tent. This is like a 1.5 person tent. My dog will stay in here with me tonight. He has the 1-person tent, so we'll let him set it up and then we'll look at the difference. All right, so we'll get an overall of camp here. There's Josh's 1-person X-Mid compared to the 2-person X-Mid. He's setting his chair up and doing all right. Somebody left a pack hanger and a table here, which is, I mean, all right. I don't think they should use zip ties, but Dustin is staying in my Hornet. He's down fishing, and Ian is joining the Marine Corps here in a couple of weeks. So he picked a very Marine Corps spot to sleep in. There's his bivy sack in a hole in the bushes. And there's our view. Now I think we're going to go for a walk and go up to the upper lake and make the loop around. We'll come down to the lake that's below us. Tripped over some fish line and end up back here. And then tomorrow we'll get up and bail out. So we've hiked up to the lake just below the big lake. We've been throwing flies and they've been throwing lures in here for quite a while. And like crap, I finally hooked onto something. He's actually a decent fish. For up here. Anyway, we'll pull him in and let him go, and then I think we're going to hike up to the upper lake. All right, there he is. It's a pretty nice fish for Uintas. Just like that. Oh, there's another one right there. Well, we made it up to the big lake, and man, it is down like 10, 15 feet. It's crazy because this lake is usually huge, and it's still way bigger than any of the other lakes in the area, but I'm just shocked like how low it is. Like there's no outlet. There's no outlet in it, which is weird. And I'm seeing some fish here and there, but they are super sensitive on the shoreline right now. If you walk anywhere close to it, they just all bolt from the shore. Which means I'm having to stand back. Oh, one just took my fly and I'm too busy video and I didn't even catch it. Yeah, you have to stand back from the shore. Oh, he's gonna come back, hit it again. See if I can get him coming the other way. Nope, anyway, I'm losing half my line because I have to stand so far from the shore to not scare the fish off. All right, we made it to the upper lake. As I said before, it's way down, but got me a fish. They're eating that. I have a cinnamon or a brown ant, and not a gigantic one. This fish is going to be hard to see because of the light, but I had to get where my shadow wasn't casting into the lake. Anyway, a lot littler fish, but catching nonetheless. So there's my fish. I think it's a tiger, but they're really They're really gold right now. Pretty. Last one I had was a brookie, I'm sure. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm used to catching brookies here, but that was a pretty fish. All right, I got me another tiger. This time he took my double renegade. Yeah, he's going to be tangled up on me. And that's a nice fish too. That's not as, I don't think, as big as the one I caught down at the other lake, but it's close. It's another beauty. Okay, so we've kept one. This is just like our 3 o'clock snack. Nice one. Get us a fire going here. We're going to cook him up, and then we're going to cruise down to some more lakes. Some people just came up and they're setting up camp on the other side, so we'll give them their lake back and go to our camp, but we're going to eat first. We've made it down to the lake that is just, I guess, west of the one we're staying at. We've caught a couple little fish here. Ian's going to take one to eat, but it won't be as good as the big one we ate up at the other lake. I think we found a bunch of chanterelle mushrooms, the gold ones that everybody loves so much, but I don't know enough about them, and if I died eating something I thought was something good, I would feel bad. So we've left them. Our camp is just not very far from here, so we're gonna truck on out, go cook up some dinner. This will be a nice short and sweet video, but kind of end of the year. It's starting to cool off for sure. Once the sun goes down, it's gonna be not near as warm. Man, there's just fish jumping everywhere. It's like they're teasing us, taunting us. But that's all right. I've eaten lots of fish today. So I'll see you back at camp. Well, we're back to camp, catching the last, I don't know, 30 minutes of sun here. I don't even know that we have that much. Oh, excuse me, I can't look into the sun though. I'm gonna squeeze the last bit of the water. Set my stove up. Somebody made me a little table here and cook some dinner. Gather some firewood. It's been a good day. Maybe. Turned on. We had a really chilly night last night, and guys had 20-degree bags, and they were chilly. I had a 0-degree bag, and I was just okay, like comfortable, but that was it. But I don't think it froze hard anyway. We're all sitting there having breakfast. I think Ian's out now. He went for a early morning dip in the lake for whatever reason. We can't decide. Yep, there he is, fresh out of the lake. Anyway, no fish are jumping yet this morning. I think it's too cold for them. Right here on the shore, that's it. Oh, I thought that was Ian. All right, packed up and headed out. Had a great trip. This will be a short video, but it's good. Caught some fish, ate the last fresh trout of the year. Everybody slept okay. So, let's see if we can find anything exciting on the way out. So there's proof that I'm not lying to you. You can see all the ice on the water and the frost on the grass. Mount Marcel, where we were at, the sun had come up, but it's not here yet. But we finally found the trail after a ridiculous amount of bushwhacking. We usually see sheep, or I guess they're goats, not sheep, they're goats, up in the mountains here, but I haven't seen any this trip. With the snow on the hill, it's hard to see though. But they like to hang here, between here and Camas Lake, and then even over like Cutthroat Lake, and all the peaks around here. Probably be able to hear my heartbeat through my microphone. There's quite a view up here. Oh, did we make it to the top, Ian? Just about. Oh, the switchback. Okay, that's fair. Oh. Well, if you've never been to the Cuberant Lakes, it's a beautiful place. I've pulled it in a day hike where I hiked all like 6 lakes. There's more, but the rest of them are kind of out of the way. You can pull a nice loop and make it home. It's kind of a long day, but beautiful place to camp. And the fish are nice. So we decided to take the trail on the way out. Just to see different scenery. No real good reason. The bushwhack cutting straight across is a way nicer trail, but there is quite a view coming across here. You can't deny. Okay, guys, we're at the end of the trail here. I think a couple tenths of a mile, and we're hearing traffic go by on the highway. So thank you for coming along. Please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you on the next adventure.